Good, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Living World of Darkness, Mage the Resurgence. Today, uh, Jack is returning from through the basement of the Chantry. He has been visiting Cavern. He will. He's been visiting the Cavern. He'll actually come back through the Umbra side of um, the Chantry before stepping back through the gauntlet um, in the garden, which results in him diving through the water and coming back up the other side. Um, so I don't know if anyone else is in the garden, but if so, they will see Jack. If they've been there for a length of time, Jack is suddenly climbing out of the pond. And
Sure, why not? Lena will be in the garden because there's finally some sun outside, it's starting to get spring and she's just sitting in a chair, her legs up on another chair, kind of leaning backwards, actually wearing sunglasses. She does actually have a book with her, but is not reading at the moment.
so she's there laid down, and she'll hear some noise, and Jack will be climbing out of the pond.
She does that thing where you kind of, lower your sunglasses and look over them. She raises an eyebrow and then decides that this is not the weirdest thing she's seen in the past couple of days, so puts the sunglasses back up.
As she's about to do that, tunnel the ground next to her will start to kind of shake a little bit, and bits of dirt or maybe fly onto the chair, like towards her, where she's lying in a deck chair. And this little fella who's in my overlay, um, who's a little sort of ball of asphalt with little stubby arms, is going to crawl out. He's going to dig out from the earth.
Okay, yeah, that's to be considered one of the more weird things that she's seen these days. So she will jump up, will like jump off the chair, the other side of where this creature comes from, and kind of holds the book protectively in front of her, like almost as a shield. What the fuck?
Hey, what you looking at?
What the actual? Why do you talk? Get away! The fuck?
Get away, you get away. I was born here.
Bo-
Why do you talk?
The fuck are you?
Jack, at this point, will sort of give us, well, his name is Mackie, and he'll crouch down, and Mackie will, glaring at Lena, will scramble up and reach his arms around Jack's neck like a kid getting a piggyback.
Yeah, Lena kind of holds up the book like she was planning to whack him with that, and it just kind of tapes, like lowers it slightly when Jack walks up, and that's all that. But it's not like completely lowered just yet. Like she's definitely ready to swipe the book at that creature if necessary.
You want to go? You want to go right now? I'm from the street. He's literally made of street. Um,
I'm not impressed. I think you're creepy.
I'm
Jack, what the
creepy.
fuck?
You're creepy, old lady.
What? I'm not old. Fuck off.
How many days old are you? I'm like 4 hours.
That makes you a minor.
Yeah, I'm a miner. Came up from the ground.
That's not something to be proud of.
You
Jack, what the
stupid.
fuck is this?
I'm very sorry. He is. He's a child of Lord Asphalt. a token of his
Maybe we
favor.
could. Oh, okay. Never mind.
He's good soul deep down, I think.
Yeah. Well, just tell it that if it comes
Him.
close to me again, I will
Him.
smack it.
Him. And if you have a problem with Mackie, you can tell him yourself.
I think he kind of figured that out.
What's wrong with him? He's cute. Look at him. And
He's
Jack will, like,
arrogant.
scratch. He's a proper New Yorker.
Hmm. I don't like it.
Well, in fairness, I think he doesn't like you, so the feeling's mutual.
Good. Then it can stay away from me, and we'll all be good.
Why'd you have a problem with anyway? He's so much smaller than you, and look at him, he's so cute.
It's not his size that I have a problem with.
Oh, you have a problem with people who have a bit of an attitude and a chip on their shoulder?
Eamon comes out.
Are you trying to say something, Jack?
Jack just holds his hands up and like, well,
I don't have an attitude.
now who's getting defensive?
Maybe if he wouldn't attack me.
Maybe
Hi,
if you...
Eamon.
We've been through this. If you want to go through it again, we can do.
Hi, Eamon.
Hello.
Hi, Eamon. What's up?
What's that?
Who's this tough guy?
I'm Eamon. What's your name?
I'm Mackie.
Hi, Mackie. You look like a
Pebble.
very tough guy.
He looks like a pebble.
He doesn't
looks
look like a
tough
pebble.
guy.
He's made of like black tarmac asphalt.
I mean, Lena knows.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm a tough guy.
Good
You a
to
tough
know.
guy?
I am not that much of a tough guy.
Yeah, that's right.
Can punch things hard.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Which point
Cool,
Mackie
like-
will crouch to Jack's ear and be like, I like this guy.
Yeah. Do you
Knows
like
where
reading
it's-
books?
No.
Yeah. Okay. You will have hard time dealing with the Sonny and Mr. Grumpy.
There's other familiars here. Nerdy ones.
Yeah, there's a cat and a rat. They like reading books.
Hmm.
And
Most
they-
things here are nerdy, to be honest.
Yes, except Mackie.
Yeah, I'm not a nerd.
But welcome, Mackie. You're the last familiar, or the newest member.
He smiles. Yeah. He's like, this guy knows how to show respect. We like him.
Lena will stick out her tongue. Eh.
Jack, did you just went to Umbra again?
Yes.
Gotcha. While you were in the Umbra, I actually checked those emails that we
Okay.
got. It seems the gang is going to do a protection job in a location, and it's he gives the location A B C D F G. The the date 1 2 3 4 5, and he will say it seems that like the big tree will be in this meeting that they're providing.
The big tree.
Yes.
I was out speaking with the
Um,
cavern.
quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know anything about this, so
We talked
either
about
I would. I mean, I don't know anything about emails.
from the lady whose house we broke into.
Yeah, you never told me what happened after I left.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
well,
You know, it's cool and all, I get it. But
things went south pretty fast.
Yeah. There
Is the
was
answer.
there was a monster and four guys. We barely ran away from them after we decided that this was too much.
Yeah. Next time we know we're going somewhere dangerous, we need to prepare much
Yeah.
more.
gee,
It was a mistake.
It
I
was.
mean, I told you guys running back was better, but
Yeah,
mm,
you and Sylv were right. Now we're going to have to wait, arm up. Next time we hit one of their places, we're going to hit it with everything we've got.
so what do we got so far? There's this meeting. We know a location and we know a time and date, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what we have. And to be honest, I think maybe we can try to watch it from a distance, as in with correspondence, because I don't think I
Question:
want to go in there.
Yep.
is there a way we can hide the fact that we're magical?
Not that I'm aware of.
Because I don't mind trying to see if I can gang up and be at that meeting, so we'll have first-hand info. But if they can sense that I'm like, well, like you guys, they might not let me in so quickly.
The
I don't
gang
know.
probably can't. The I don't think it's an idea to totally rule out. There's the risk issue though.
I mean, with everything we do, there's a risk issue.
No, my point is, it's one thing to infiltrate and go in, okay? Let's say they don't know you're magical. The gang probably don't. That's fine. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What if
Nope,
someone at that
we
meeting
lost the moosh.
what if someone at that meeting does know your magic and you're surrounded? That's my concern about the risk. Do you see what I mean? When we went in there, yeah, it was dangerous, but we could get back out.
Can you use correspondence?
A little, I guess.
Can you like watch other places, look at other places?
I've never tried it, but I think I would know a way.
I mean, just first time for everything, right?
I mean, there's plenty of people who can scry on a meeting. If Luna does
Yeah.
as good as anyone. Although, to be honest, if you can figure out a way, there's something else to do over the next week or so. Where
Well,
we went,
looking at it, but
the
wouldn't that be protected then? Like, didn't Sylv try that?
we know the place is protected. We want to see
Mhm.
if they're moving. They can't protect the whole city.
Hmm.
If they're moving stuff out
Can't
of
they
that
protect
basement,
themselves?
they can protect themselves. But if we see warded people moving about, that gives us the
Hmm.
information we need to know. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
If you
Hmm.
can watch in shifts with Eamon and Sylve as much as you can, that would be helpful.
I mean, I'd need to try to see if I can actually do it, but I'm fine helping out, I guess. Though, let's be honest, I'm probably not as good as either of them because I've never done it before.
Only way to get good is to practice.
Hmm. Not saying I won't do it, just saying.
Then if there's this meeting, we'll talk about what do you think about the infiltration, Eamon?
It's risky. We just said that we shouldn't enter places blind. The last time we did something like this, I think we should keep that.
I mean, I can always just start with having a drink at that bar.
That's probably not a bad plan. There's
Hmm?
probably not much harm in that, right?
I don't know.
Cool.
Get one of the others to watch you, please, when you're doing it. Maybe you won't have time to
Wouldn't that
text.
risk? But wouldn't that risk being more easily detected, or not?
It is a risk, but I say it's a balancing act. And at least then
Hmm.
there's a way we can, at least then we know you're gone and who's got you.
That's fair.
I can do the watching if need be.
Yeah, it's all about balancing.
If I can do the watching, I can also protect you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Lena's gonna open her mouth to say something, but stops and closes it, and then shrugs. Yeah, sure.
You were gonna say something?
Nope.
I say, in terms of some other stuff, I was talking to Kevin. In terms of this meeting, the spirits are afraid of what's behind the pillars, but saying it's some kind of sage, they won't really give me much beyond that.
They're
But
saying
apparent,
what now?
some kind of sage is behind all the pillars, as well as a couple of other things that are happening, including you don't go into the Umbra, so you haven't seen. Someone has developed some technology so gamers can go into the spirit world and they think they're just playing a video game. They don't think it's real. They're just going around attacking spirits like some messed up MMO. Um, the sage is behind that as well. There's some single entity behind all of this. Is my point.
Is this a mage?
I don't know. The spirits. This cavern was terrified of telling me more.
Strange.
But these all lead to something intelligent and powerful. And apparently, of the two pillars, only one of them is particularly focused on human affairs. So I guess that's the one we're going after now.
Eamon nods, not understanding what the fuck is going on.
So basically, everything is connected, right? With everything happening with like Eamon's parents and those chipmunks you said, and now the gang.
Yeah,
So what? I think we kind of need to look at what ties them all together. Besides, like the pillar, because it's like a tapestry, and you just have to pull the right string, and then it unfolds. It's usually the case.
Hopefully.
I mean, like if that gang like loses contact with like that woman, probably it won't be connected anymore, which means that the entire drug deal will kind of, fall loose.
Maybe.
That sound weird? I don't know. Like, I don't know if it works like that, but it feels like a very well-oiled machine that you kind of need to break up.
Maybe. Yeah. Help them helping each other. That could be a plan. Or stop them helping each other. Which gives us a plan to work against it, but it does mean that there's an intelligence behind everything we're doing. Behind everything that we're fighting. So it probably, we only have to poke it so much before everything turns around and focuses up more than, yeah, even more than they already have done.
Do you think a gang war might be useful?
A lot of people get caught in that crossfire.
I mean, I probably wouldn't even be able to pull something like that off. I'm not that. I'm not really involved in any gangs, but
I think it's that, yeah. My biggest thing is that something we even want to contemplate? Even if it were possible.
I mean, we're like 5 persons, right? We're like 5 individuals. We're trying to fight this massive chipmunk gangbangers
Squirrel.
mage conglomeration thing. Squirrel.
In fairness, I'm pretty sure the gang is a comparatively small part of the overall operation.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure it's just an arm of one of the pillars.
Well,
Gang.
a multi-armed pillar still. I think in the end things will be caught in the crossfire because I don't think we have the luxury to not involve any kind of resource that we have, which unfortunately involves other people.
I am not in favor
Like
of
we don't
involving
have
them.
an army.
Hold that thought for a little bit, okay?
Oh god. You're gonna make a spirit army?
I'm not going to make a spirit army. There is something going on amongst the elementals of the city. Some contest to determine who is the dominant elemental. My allies are entering together. I'm going to try and gather 2 other before this contest. The last 2. Wind and fire. If we can get the elementals of the city on side, then actually your joke about having an army is probably not a million miles away. Especially because a significant amount of this conflict may take place on the other side. If only one of the pillars is interested in the material. The spiritual is where the other 2 are likely focusing their power, corrupting the city.
I mean, I don't do that fancy spirit stuff that you do, but
I can get you to the other side at least.
well, I mean, rats are just as much rodents as squirrels are, so maybe I could try and assist in that way, but after last time, I'm not quite sure how well I would do.
You said you were family, and family looks after each other.
Hi.
I'm going to talk with my family to see about this business as well.
Yeah.
New York is a big city. I'm surely they don't want to have rules broken in a huge city like this.
I think at this point, this is the best we can do. Like, gather our resources, see what we have,
Yeah. Gather our resources
and
and
see what
gather
they have.
information.
Yeah.
Because this sage guy, he's going to be end of some long and twisty paths. We're going to need to show we can strike at some of the elements before the spirits will help us at least. They're too afraid of him.
Is there a way we can empower them in the long run?
That's what this contest is about. The dominant elemental
Okay.
of the city. If the dominant elementals of the city are my allies, that helps us. So on that front, recycle any cardboard you come across. Cardboard is making a
I
play.
mean,
Metal, glass, and plastic are apparently allied together as well. I don't know what electricity is doing.
can you teach me how to be better at this spirit dealing thing? Because I'm thinking, if we're looking at rodents, I think there are more rats than there are squirrels in New York, but also pigeons and things like that. They could be useful.
Of course. You're not going to like it though.
No, I have. Nah,
Oh,
probably not.
but now I can see what I can do. I'm afraid it will involve me telling you what to do though. You will have to sit and listen to me talk without too much snark.
I'll do my best.
Excellent. I suppose if I can't teach you, then Eamon could always try.
I think if you fail, I will fail as well. I don't have your patience.
No. Imagine your teaching methods are more dramatic, though. But seriously, though, Eamon, how are you doing? Now you know it's part of some bigger thing.
To be completely honest, I don't get it. It sounds stupid.
What, your family was tied up in some bigger plot?
No, this squirrel's three different big tree. I don't know. I'm confused and
That's not what I mean. I meant the stuff about your parents being linked to the pillars in this sage. I imagine the tree is as well.
I just don't know what to say, to be honest. Like, it just feels strange. I wish the gang just killed them so I can eradicate the entire gang. and be done with it. No, but it's not so easy.
No.
I'm trying to learn how to use a sword.
I can't use a sword, but I can use an axe.
Wait, why are we going back to medieval weaponry?
I'll have you know, mine is not medieval. It's made of stone.
Okay, medieval and prehistorical weaponry.
How many books have you ever read involving a magical gun?
I mean,
Versus how many have you read involving a magical sword?
why wouldn't you have a magical gun?
You
Any
can.
number of answers to that question. Mine is the spirits gave me my axe. Guns are a corrupt modern invention. They're not pure and wild like my axe.
Right. I could make a number of arguments, but since yours didn't make much sense to begin with, never mind.
It was given to me by a lake. It doesn't have to make much sense.
I have a feeling everything you have is given to you by a lake.
No, my jacket was given to me by
Yeah, the earth.
the cavern, and these new boots, and he gestures and he's wearing these two new light black boots, were given to me by Mackie from Lord Asphalt.
Nobody is gonna judge you if you want to use a sword, if you want to use a weapon like
If you
a
want to use a
gun.
gun, it's up to you.
I mean, it feels a little bit more down to earth, and at least I know how to fire one. I don't know how to swing a sword.
That's why we're practicing.
I mean, why don't you just look up tutorials on YouTube? I'm sure that they have a tutorial on basic sword fighting 101.
Yeah, but there's a point where you need to practice properly.
I did check the tutorials. It's just it is in the magic that I do. Sometimes it tells me swing your hand in this way, and I know that I need to do it in a specific way, like the book says. So I practice it, like how those tutorials say. Not just read tutorials. I mean,
Well,
And it's nice to have a practice partner.
you know what? If you ever want to swing a sword, I don't mind.
you don't mind what?
Getting smacked by a sword.
It's no fun if they don't fight back.
Oh, you think I wouldn't fight back?
I assume you would. And I still wants to learn as well. Could be a fun afternoon bonding session.
I think you're mistaking bonding for bruising.
What does bruising means?
Come here and I'll show you.
Eamon slowly gets up.
Mackie, punch him in the arm.
Ah. Break my arm, Mackie. Ah. God damn it.
Mackie has strength 4, so if he
Yeah.
hits you in the arm, it'll really hurt.
Yeah, it does. This is Mackie, you're insane.
Yeah, that's how we roll in Brooklyn.
That's good to know, Mackie.
Wait, you're from Brooklyn?
Yeah. Okay, so just to be clear, I did a terrible accent, but Mackie has an incredibly strong Brooklyn accent.
Nice. I mean, I'm not even trying my hand at any kind of English accents.
I've just not had a chance to say New York or I'm walking here, which are the only 2 things that anyone can say in the Brooklyn accent.
I mean, I can do. There's one kind of English accent that I can do terribly well, and that's the Dutch accent, and I'll leave it at that. But
Schmuck at the pancake.
terrible.
But yeah, so yeah, like yeah, just Mackie just like smacks him in the arm.
Eamon goes back to sitting by holding his arm. It does hurt. Getting smacked by Romans and now Mackie.
You did ask.
Lena will actually hold out her fist for Mackie to bump. Says that's how we roll in Brooklyn.
Fist bump. Yeah. Say, I imagine we'll all end up fairly bruised.
My legs are like hurting a lot when I move, thanks to all the running and squat.
But they're holding up there.
They are.
That's good. I'm really happy, man.
What he means, Lena, I used to be a cripple. My legs born that way. Then I fixed myself.
Okay. Cool, I guess. Does that mean if you're like overdoing it that they turn back to normal
No.
or something? Oh.
Just that
Imagine-
Eamon's missed out on like 20 odd years worth of leg day.
Yes. It was being
Fair enough.
hard for us to deal with squirrels when I was that way. Couldn't run. And we needed to run.
I suppose that must suck. You know, I wouldn't mind participating in that training thing that Sylph posted on like the board, but God, that's way too early for me.
'Cause she works. Yeah, it is really early.
It is
Same.
insanely early, but yeah.
It's because she works. You can go back to bed afterwards, but then your bread does stink of sweat. Trust me.
Or we can go to work out, then take a shower, and then go to bed.
Yeah. I find
an
that if I
option.
shower, I can't go back to sleep though. That's the problem.
No, I'm able to do it. I like sleeping very clean. That's why my hair is very fucked up.
But yeah,
All looking weird and up all the time. Yeah, it's because of that I usually take power to go to sleep.
sure Sylph wouldn't mind teaching you as well. Just have a word with her. Ask her nicely. I'm sure she'll say yeah.
What's her face when Jack says, "Ask her nicely"?
It's more like an eye roll of really again.
I have to be nice to everyone all the time.
Everyone, right?
It's unreasonable demands. I want something and I have to ask nicely.
It's more like you have to rub it in every time. Like, really, dudes.
And until she starts, she's shown improvement, but until she starts asking nicely for things, yes.
I'll think about it.
She usually accepts things very easily when you ask her nicely.
Yeah, she's far nicer than either of us.
Yes. She may be the reason that we. Never mind. Never mind. That was too much.
No, she's
Daunting.
the reason you didn't.
Are we back to the killing me part again?
Kind of.
Yeah.
You didn't die. You didn't steal anything. Everyone's fine.
You live in a new house. Learning how to be a better mage.
You have dinner cooked for you by someone who's fairly good at cooking. Sylph does all the cooking, by the way.
I know.
Yeah. No rent.
I didn't pay any rent.
Did you live in a mansion?
I mean, one could see it as such.
But like here, you have like a 4-poster bed.
Did it have a magical library?
Why would?
See, I wasn't even going for the magical library. I was just going for the fact that everything's just really quite comfy. You got a big garden.
What do you guys want to
sunbathe in.
hear? Oh my god, thank you for saving my life.
No, that's not what we want to hear. You broke in. We were upset that you broke in.
We weren't even gonna hear. We weren't even into, as far as I know, at least, hearing you saying sorry. We were trying to get you say where you were living in the past, trying to learn more about you.
I actually wasn't.
I was
I
actually.
was just commenting that the house is nice. I was just commenting that you've got a pretty good deal. So have I. I had quit my job, which provided my old house. And that was fine. Because I live here. Eamon, as far as I can tell, has never had a job in his entire life.
No. I did do some library work, but that's it. It was voluntary.
I should get back to my job.
What was your job? I thought you were a thief.
Lena just shrugs. You know.
Afraid you'll lose. Afraid you'll be out of practice.
Something like that.
Jack looks disapproving but doesn't say anything.
I talked with Claudia recently.
Yeah.
Both of us agree that we are 5 people here. living in a chantry, we should have rules.
Okay.
We have a name.
Not stealing, not murdering.
These seem like good starting rules. Don't steal
Yeah.
from each other. Don't kill each other.
Oh, what more rules do you need? No backstabbing? It's kind of same as not killing and not stealing.
It's kind of broader. All arguments within the chantry end there, and he points at like the edge of the garden.
Yeah, that's a fair one, I guess.
How do we use the magical power,
What magical
magical
power?
resource?
The node. There's 5 of us.
Three
So
away. 60 or 6.
yeah, 6 each.
6 each a week.
If you manage to channel quintessence, Lena. Power. Energy, whatever you want to call it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't been able to.
On an OOC level,
I mean-
does she have Prime 1?
No, she doesn't.
Okay! That solves that problem.
Yeah.
How about... Look, give it a go. If we agree, then to... If Lena doesn't think she can channel it yet, maybe always leave the last dot there. Or the last piece there. Make sure one's always left over.
Exactly.
When Lena
Sometimes,
can
you know,
channel it, that's when we go to 6 each. But for now, we'll stay with the 7. Or whatever we're working with. In fact, it's... Yeah, 7 each. Because 7 each leaves 2 left over. That's Lena's when she wants it.
even not. Well, normally, I'm not sure, but I think like there will be positions. Like, I'm not sure. I heard in a book.
It's one thing in like Whistle Stop where there's dozens of mages. There's 5 of us.
Yeah. No, there were 6 with the Simon in.
Simon doesn't leave. That's 5. Let's stick with the pieces.
Oh, see, I know, but like I have to say that he lives here at least.
He's also not a mage.
I thought he was.
No, I don't think he is.
He is mage. He did cast shit near me.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if Glitterview uses the quintessence.
I use the quintessence.
Now, not stealing from each other. Not casting magic to each other without each other's permission, unless someone's life is in danger.
I think we all give each other blanket permission to heal each other, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
heal me.
No bringing other things to the chantry without telling everyone first. Without getting permission first.
Mm-hmm.
I take it that your guys' familiar thingies are like the exception to that because, you know, I don't think you just asked permission to bring Mackie there.
Mackie was born here.
Ah, okay.
You remember the
So
egg?
that makes it
From the
valid.
egg?
If Lena, because there was the egg in the garden for the past couple of days. If Lena looks
Mhm.
around,
Yeah, I remember.
it's not there anymore. Like she might not have noticed because it was only there for a couple of days. But yeah, the egg's gone now.
No, we actually did the scene where you were burying it, where
It was only like half buried.
Yes,
It
yeah,
wasn't like fully underground.
no, but she definitely remembers the egg.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, no, the egg's gone now.
There is a thing I want to request from you, actually, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when we were at the house of that gangster lady,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of fucked up and burned the house?
Yeah, you set fire to the fuse box.
Mm-hmm. You changed the fire into a stone.
Mm-hmm.
If we light a fire, light a fire, can you make one stone like that to me?
Take that stone.
Oh, thank you.
I don't
will.
need it. And I'd rather, to be fair, that than some spirits of a natural bonfire.
Pardon?
The spirits are caged in somewhat unnatural form. It
Yeah,
wasn't ideal to do.
I will treat this with respect.
Thank you. What do you want it for?
I'm not sure. I may use it for the staff or put it on my sword. To be honest, you know what would be cool?
What?
He kind of smiles. If you can make it in the shape of a wand, fire wand.
Your wand is already a fire wand.
No, it's not.
It's literally mostly what you use it for.
Yeah, but I don't know. It would be just cooler. But you're right. It is. It's actually my dad's first wand. He gave it
What's
to
it?
me.
Out of interest, what's Eamon's wand actually made of? Because each hermetic wand is unique.
Mm-hmm. Let me
Is it
check.
like metal or wood or what?
It's the. It's made out of wood, but it's black. Let me actually get the photo. Mm, this is the wand. It's about to show here.
Okay.
It's not a. It's a personal one, but it's not a unique.
Surely it's the other way. It's unique, not personal.
No, this is. I think it's called personal, not unique. I'm not sure.
Okay, but
Yeah,
anyway.
it should have been unique and not. Yeah, it should be unique and not personal because it's not Eamon's.
Mm-hmm.
When Eamon takes the stone, it's obvious that from his gestures, he treats that stone like a treasure. And he seems to be very happy that he received the stone.
Hmm.
So, Lena, I got a question for you.
And maybe I have an answer for you, depending on the question.
Everyone has a goal they have in mind. We're very new. Maybe so strange, but what do you want to be? When these magic things are You open the new eyes. You open your eyes to a new world. What
What
does
do I want to be?
yeah? What does the what? How, tell us to Lena in 10 years old. 10 years later,
Still alive.
where do you see yourself?
That would be a first.
Wait, it'll be a first if you were still alive in 10 years' time. Like, you've got this far.
Well, with everything that we're facing right now, this still being alive sounds like a perfect goal for in 10 years.
No higher goals.
I mean,
You've been given a gift.
yeah, well, I haven't really had a lot of time to think it over. I'm not someone to plan out my future. Kind of see what gets
What
on my
was it?
path.
What was it before you become a mage?
Staying alive.
Well, you have succeeded with wild success at that. You are very much alive. You have not failed once at the not being alive. So congratulations.
See? Life goals.
So you can maybe aim higher.
Why
Where do you
would you
see
want to
yourself?
know?
Because I'm trying to know about you and try to prove myself wrong.
You don't need to. You're not wrong.
How about because we might want to help? Assuming it's not like steal the British crown jewels. I won't help with that.
Jack, your British examples are always good. It always makes me doubt that you're not an American and a British person.
So meta.
So, what are your guys' life goals then?
I'm seeking to bring about the dominance of the primal elemental spirits of the city to fight against the forces of spiritual corruption that are here. Bring them to light and destroy them. And maybe even worse than spiritual corruption, the technocracy, which is the destroyer of the very spiritual essence itself. The lake, the caverns, Lord Asphalt. Lord Asphalt is not primal, but he brings a nice balance to it all, and Mackie's fun, at least in the past few hours that I've known him. But especially lake and cavern. They are steps on that road.
Mm.
That seem fair?
I mean, it's your goal. Does it need to be fair to me?
No, it just needs to sound like
Oh,
an
there you
actual
go.
goal. And it can sound like it would be nonsense if you hadn't, seen actual spirits. Even if
So,
you
what
haven't
about
seen
yours
Lake and
then?
Cavern.
I want to firstly, of course, find out the murders of my parents. Then I want to join the House Flambeau. Be a good war mage of House Flambeau. And I want to strike a blow against technocracy. One that they won't forget anytime soon, and one that will be written in history.
So, you want to be famous then?
I want to be powerful.
You can
Master
be
of.
powerful without people knowing your name.
He makes a point, Eamon.
And I also want to do a blow against technocracy that everyone knows. Not just so because I am famous, but it's also because that it is shown that we can do it.
So recognition then.
Yes.
I mean, I guess that's not a bad thing.
Hammond doesn't say anything. And probably being master of the three spheres forces life and correspondence.
Master of 3 spheres.
Not one.
Quite the accomplishment.
Thank you. Hopefully it will be done.
Like, on a note of that's like serious shit. The Order of Hermes to become a master rank, you need 1.
I know.
Like,
Dream big, baby.
so yeah. Other than survival, we've said ours. What about you?
Honestly, I never really thought about it. So, you know.
Not even just comfort. Retire with enough money that you can do that whole Scrooge McDuck swimming pool thing.
Riches.
Ugh, that all sounds boring.
Adventure. Beyond the city. See places you've never even imagined.
Killing a dragon.
Why would you kill a dragon?
Because you need his bones. Eyes. Claws.
Dude, honestly, if I ever meet a dragon, I wouldn't kill it. I would ride it.
I think that's more impressive as well.
I would do. Dragons are too big. But they're cool. Griffin. A royal one. There was this elf in the Dragonlance universe. He was riding a royal griffin. And he was killing dragons left and right with his magical sword. Because royal griffins are very fast and they're mostly faster than dragons.
You really think about killing a lot, right?
Yes, I am. That was a lie. Eamon tries to look like tries to like kind of nag Lena the wrong way, but he doesn't think about killing that much.
Jack looks like he's not 100% sure Eamon's joking.
Lena,
Because Jack
honestly,
does talk
really
about
care that
killing a
much.
lot. Because Eamon does talk about killing quite a lot.
Yep.
No, he talks about killing the people who
Yep.
wrong his family, though.
Talks, yeah. It's very
Mhm.
pro killing, really, overall. No. Fairness. Lena, if what you want is wonder and adventure, then you can definitely do that with this. Not just in this world, where if Sylv wanted to, I know she's at work at the moment, but if she wanted to, she could have lunch in Singapore, like dinner in Cape Town, and watch the sunset in Fiji all in the same day.
That sounds nice, actually.
She can visit mountaintops where no one has ever climbed.
That's pretty impressive, given that, sort of like mankind always tries to climb on top of everything.
Exactly, there's still mountains that are unclimbed.
I'm not sure if I believe you on that.
Google it. Annapurna in the Himalayas.
Hmm.
The highest mountain no one's ever climbed.
I know that the humans are, and us basically, we didn't able to go to the deep ocean.
Hmm.
I'm curious what's in the deep ocean,
Darkness.
Yep.
other than darkness.
Probably some pretty terrifying things. But the point is that there's wonders, and this is a world of utter wonders. With study, with mastery of what you do, you can go to every street party in the world, all the big ones. You can go to Mardi Gras, you can be on Bonsai Beach in Sydney, all of these places without spending a penny. Just through exercising your power. And that's without even going into the place of real wonders. The other side. Even I've only scratched the surface of the spirit worlds. But there's just that. We're on one. And there's any number on the other side. That appeal?
Hmm, I suppose. And Lina's, again, like, trying to, come across as only vaguely interested, but there's a certain glint in her eyes.
Oh, well, if you're not that enthusiastic, we won't bother. Maybe even the Dragon's Amen wants her out there somewhere, though.
I will bring you their bones, Lena. He smiles to himself again.
I'd steal them from you if I wanted to.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I guess I'll go and have a drink at this bar that I heard about.
Look after yourself.
No problem.
I'm going to meditate at the node. I understand that Mackie is hungry for that.
Why the name Mackie?
Tarmac.
Now it makes sense.
Anyway, I'll see you guys around.
I'll see you later.
See you later, Lena.
I should go as well.
See you later, Jack.
See you, man. And I think with that, unless Eamon is doing anything we ending scene.
No, he just lays on the grass and thinks about things.
Okay. Thank you, players play, and watching, and goodbye.